Guys. Welcome to the live. If you're tuning in now, welcome. Shalom, shalom. If you catch the video later, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like the video. Um, we was discussing about something earlier, and we decided to go live to kind of give our testimony in a way, because in this season we noticed that you have to give praise to the Most High. You got to give all the glory, all the honor, all the praise to the Most High.
Hmm.
So all praises to the Most High Yahuwah. Um, so yeah, we're gonna kind of go through our journey since we've been here, since we know that we have lots of new subscribers, lots of
Yeah,
questions that's
lot.
that's that's been brought up. It's like,
Hmm.
man, I thought we did a video. I thought it's like, oh, we do probably got new subscribers, so we probably should like go through our journey so people will still know us. Although, if you've been here since day one, thank you. We appreciate everybody that's been here with us on this journey. But for the new people, we're gonna be talking about our journey.
Yeah,
Yeah, so stay tuned.
it's been a great journey. I mean, it's really almost unbelievable the testimonies we have. And it's like, it's truly what I was saying to you this morning. Like the Most High has it so that it can't be replicated, duplicated.
Yeah,
It
shalom,
can't
shalom, family.
be anyone else takes the glory. He has it in a way that he's like, no, I'm the only one that's gonna get the glory from this.
Exactly.
Not y'all, not nobody you know, not nobody you used to know. This is all me. So it's an honor to testify because Psalms talks about how praise is comely for the righteous and how we are in debt to the Most High to give our vows to Him daily. He's like, I don't desire bulls and the fat of rams.
Mm,
I want the voluntary sacrifice of your praise.
exactly. Are you talking to me? You talking?
I'm talking to everybody, but
Oh.
it's a conversation because it's like wow, the Most High, He really He has us like this. And
Mm-hmm.
if he has us like this, I know he got some of y'all like this.
Of
I know he
course.
has impending provisions for y'all out there. If y'all just trust him and believe in him.
Exactly. Like you really gotta, man. Like just say this morning, my daughter, she's starting to get up on the couch and walk and stuff, and she always come to my knee and just looks at me like wow, that's my father. So that's how you got to be looking at the Most High, especially in
Yeah.
these times. Like you really got to be His child, and look at Him like, wow, like you are amazing.
Right.
Everything, everything that is
Yeah.
happening right now, I wake up every day, get the breath of life. Um, just everything is just great. No complaints.
It
No
really
complaints.
is. You really can't complain
Yeah.
because the Most High is with you. So, where you want to start with the testimony?
Yes. Shalom. Hello.
Because I was thinking along the lines of
Make sure you
like the
guys
near
like the
death
video.
testimonies, because we got some like some real, like some real
I
testimonies.
mean, if we can track it back from the beginning in a way, and
What's
kind
the
of go
beginning?
forward. That's what I'm like. I don't
What
know.
point is that?
I don't know. Is it before Africa? Let's do
I wouldn't
before
do
Africa.
before. I feel like we do that a lot.
But these are for people that don't know.
Okay. I
Yeah,
mean, before I what's the main testimony with that? Coming to Africa, what?
listening to the Most High, because um, it's a lot of stuff that we was trying to hold on to and wait, but a lot of stuff was happening in our life where He was telling us we have to move.
I think we have done that one a few times though.
I mean,
I
it
thought
don't
you was
matter.
talking about more along the lines like living in Africa
Yeah,
testimonies.
we can start wherever you think we can start. I don't. I'm
I mean, you
trying to
can say
think.
what comes to your mind. I'll say what comes to my mind
All right,
because
go ahead.
we have different viewpoints
Ladies first.
when we talk about ladies first. It won't be in chronological order then if you're talking about.
No, I'm trying to look from the beginning since Africa. What do you think about?
Since when I immediately think, this is why I say we have two different viewpoints. It may be like the man woman thing,
Mm-hmm.
but my immediate testimony when I think of Africa, I think of our two daughters, Gianna and Zakaria.
Uh
I
huh.
think of those births because those weren't regular births. Those were tremendously difficult warfare births. And it was like, that's when the faith, that's for me, I transitioned from someone that hears the word and, starting to do the word to, no, I'm bold now at this rate because I've seen the Most High move for me and I watched his hand move and I've watched him heal me and I've watched him heal my daughters. And so I'm like, that's for me the point where it was like the Most High, it didn't get no realer than that for me. What's that point for you?
Let's talk about it.
Okay, Gianna. So when we landed, I guess this is the beginning of Tanzania then, because
the beginning. Anything before that, I don't think so.
Yeah, because we found out we were pregnant with our fourth
Besides
daughter.
Our house. That was amazing.
Yeah, that's a good testimony.
Yeah,
they can go watch that. Go watch. Maybe we'll add it at the link in the description. Yeah, that was a cool testimony. But our daughter Gianna, we found out we were pregnant with our daughter, who by the way, her name is a rendition of John, which means the grace of the Most High. Okay, and so we found out we were pregnant. We were on a trip to Zanzibar. And I remember sitting there and one of the tour guides, he looks at me and he's like, "Are you okay?" And at this point, I don't know I'm pregnant, but I'm pregnant. And so I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm just kind of tired." I look back at the pictures and I looked so tired, like so tired because I was iron deficient, had a lot of stuff going on. And so I'm pregnant. And then 20 weeks, we go, I think we're going like out to breakfast or something. We used to go out to breakfast and stuff in Dar es Salaam and like do a lot of different stuff. We was just doing too much stuff, to be honest. We was doing too much stuff.
Done a lot.
Like, we was doing too much stuff. And so we would go out to breakfast. But this day I noticed something is different. I'm 5 months pregnant. If anybody knows anatomy, if anybody has been pregnant, your water should not be leaking at 20 weeks. And so I'm like, okay, let's go to the urgent care. Let's see what this is. And so we go to urgent care at Aga Khan. Shout out to Aga Khan, by the way, in South Africa and Kenya, because they are, or sorry, not South Africa.
That's what
Tanzania and Kenya.
Say Tanzania because that's where we been.
I don't know why I said South Africa. Tanzania and Kenya. So Aga Khan is based in the East Africa region. They are literally the best hospital that you could find. In my opinion, they're just tremendous. And so we go there instead of the urgent care, because the urgent care, they're not really helpful. The guy, I feel like he didn't know what he was talking about. I used to be in healthcare, so I know when people know what they're talking about and don't know what they're talking about. So I'm like, okay, let's go to the actual big hospital. And so we go there and I get admitted to the maternity ward, and the doctor has this stern look on his face, the OBGYN, and he looks at us and he says, the water is broken, like the amniotic fluid. So they proceed to tell me, they get me into like one of the rooms in the ward.
This was late too.
Yeah, this
I remember it was like 9-10 o'clock when we went.
Yeah,
or maybe a little bit. But I remember leaving late.
Yeah,
because you had to stay the night, and I had the children and everything.
Yeah, you had to take the children back. So I'm at the hospital alone with baby Gianna in my belly. Yeah, they're putting an IV in me. I still remember it's right here on this hand. And I'm just sitting in the hospital, and they literally say to me, the Tanzanian doctors and the nurses, shout out to them, who are incredible, by the way, because in Tanzania, when you're in the hospital, they pray over you. Okay. That's like that in itself. But let me get to the story because it's a long testimony. Okay. And so they come and they say, you cannot move from this position. They say, don't get up. Do not get out of bed. Like, don't do it, or you're at risk of losing the baby. At 20 weeks, I'm hearing this. And I'm just like, I'm distraught. Like, I've never had a pregnancy like this ever in my life. And this is my fourth child. And so what are you thinking when you're at home with the children?
Man, I don't know. We think different. I know everything's
we do
gonna
think
be
different.
Okay.
You can share what you thought. This is what I was thinking.
I mean, it's something that we just have to overcome. Because I know the Most High is not going to do that when we already had 3 children. It was just, especially at that time, it was a lot.
How'd you have that faith like that? Not everybody has faith like that, though.
That's just me.
That's just how you. That's how you were made.
This is how I'm made, like this. I'm right here, just like I know everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just knew everything was gonna be okay. Of course, I was worried and stuff. I had to figure stuff out with the children. At that time, did we have dada? Or
Brenton, maybe the other one.
Well, we did have a dada, so I was just trying to
figure a nanny, a house help.
with them because I knew I had to go back to the hospital the next day and stuff. So when situations like that, you just try to make the best of it and provide for everybody that you need to around. Because
Hmm.
we at that time we had 3 children.
Hmm.
Um, they wasn't going to school, right? At
Not
that time,
yet, not yet.
yeah, they wasn't going to
They were
school.
still homeschooled, so we were homeschooling
Yeah,
them, getting the books at the bookstore, doing that during the day.
yeah. So it's like, dang. So that's maybe like what, an hour away, almost.
Yeah, it
Yeah, because
was.
we was on Sala
Yeah,
Sala, and
it
then
was.
so I mean I wasn't worried. I was just like, man, I just gotta figure this out. Everything's gonna be okay. They said you're gonna stay in the hospital overnight, and then you
Hmm.
know see how things are in the morning. So came back, and this is her face. She like, did you bring me some food? I don't like this soup.
That soup, that was wrong. They did me
They
wrong
had
with
some
that
chicken
soup.
soup. They didn't season the chicken at all. It was just like uh I don't know how to explain it. That
It
water
was just
soup.
like water and chicken. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't
And
soup.
and,
It was
and a
water and
pepper.
chicken. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
but
water and
yeah.
chicken.
But yeah, after that, you know, they told her to be on bed rest. So actually I saw a post like this. My sister posted this, and
Hmm.
she posted something like a man taking care of, his wife when she's in like post labor.
Hmm.
Yeah. And they're like, man, um, where are the men like this? And I'm like, dang, I'm right. Like I've been doing this. This is normal. Like
But
when you
they
got the
looking
love of the Most
for
High.
that man in their life.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
When you got the love of the Most High, you definitely gonna take care of your wife. Your rib.
yeah,
So um, I just knew that. Dang, she gonna be on bed rest. I'm gonna have to
yeah,
do a lot. Man, she can't really go out like we used to, because
yeah,
that would cause problems. So she had to be on bed rest. I had to step up to the plate. She loved certain type of foods, so I knew that I'm gonna have to travel and get this food to come back, this and that, this and that. So like me, I can adjust. You know me, I
yeah.
can
You
adjust to
adjust to
anything
anything.
like
You
at the
remind me
split
of
second.
like
So
in my family, I came from a family of military men. And so like military men had that mindset of like, I don't know, are people in your family military? They're military too, right? Some military men have the mindset of like adjusting in anything. And so that's just something that
yeah,
reminds me like the personality. But yeah, I'm on bed rest the whole entire time, y'all.
yeah,
Check
from
out
20, 21, 22
who
weeks to
yes.
39,
39 weeks.
39.
That's
Yeah.
a long time. By the way, check out African, what's it? What's the channel? AA in Africa, a sister in Namibia. She recently did a video about how she had to be on bed rest for a certain time in her pregnancy in Namibia.
Hmm.
Y'all, bed rest is no joke psychologically because you sitting there looking at literally nothing, watching the same stuff all day. And the way they had me on bed rest, they scared. They was like, "Do not get up except to go to the restroom."
And that's how Africans are,
That's how
though.
Africans are, yeah. So I was like, I guess I'll listen,
Mhm.
They look, they know more than me, so I'm gonna just sit back and listen. It worked out though. So the
Yeah.
instructions, they gave good advice. It was sound doctrine that
Hmm.
they were giving.
Yeah.
And so I'm on bed rest this entire time. Now, if this wasn't enough of a testimony to get through this part, y'all look, the day I go into labor, once I get close to that 37-week mark, I start walking a little bit because I'm like, yes, we made it. Throughout the whole pregnancy, I'm putting my hands on my belly, testifying of the goodness of the Most High, rebuking spirits, pulling down strongholds, and just pronouncing healing over my womb. And it happens like children that are that pregnancy, that syndrome like that, when you have preterm, it has an acronym preterm. It's something I forget what it's called. I'll try to link in the description. It's a long word, but there's this syndrome where it's like only 2% of children survive that. And so just for Gianna to come out and not to come out at 35 weeks or at 31 weeks to fully come out at 39 weeks through a home birth, that was the absolute grace and healing of the Most High. And so hallelujah for that. And then on the date that I went into labor, we had a midwife that we were talking to. She calls and she says, I broke my foot. I'm not going to be able to make it.
Yeah. That was something else. I mean, like I say, that I'm different. I'll just be ready for anything. So she tell him, "Are you ready? You ready?" I got the pool. I cleaned the pool. I want to say I cleaned the
Because we want
pool
to do a home
that
birth.
morning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dang,
that
that
morning I
morning.
was cleaning the pool. Um, dang, we had to do the propane tank and fill the water. Remember that?
Yeah,
Back and forth
yeah.
or up the
For warm
stairs.
water. Oh yeah, because that was that big greenhouse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but I was ready. So she told me that. She's like, "Oh, I think I'm in labor." I'm like, "Okay, let's do it." I'm doing some push-ups, getting ready, getting pumped.
Doing push
That's
ups.
just me. I'm just getting ready. So I, I knew that I'm gonna have to deliver this baby.
And you
Like
were
me,
ready
my
for that.
first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
No,
didn't phase you. You was
no,
like,
because
okay,
you be prepared in a way where you
okay,
watching all the videos and stuff.
okay,
We got the same YouTube, so I see it.
okay.
So it's like, dang,
So it
I'm
sets the
watching it.
tone.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
watching it too, but not telling you. I gotta prepare myself too. So I knew I was ready.
okay. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I knew I was. Tell Jazz to give me some water and ice. Um,
Close the door, Jojo.
but yeah, I was ready to deliver my
Josiah, close
first
that
baby.
door.
You know,
You sure did.
no worries. The Most High. This is what the Most High wanted,
Yeah, it was.
and I
Can't
think
lie.
we knew that before because after that, Joe, because um the lady that was supposed to help us, her vibe wasn't
It wasn't
there.
there.
Yeah, her vibe wasn't there. It was just like certain things that was different in belief, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's just like, man, I don't want this, really touching my baby, you know. But I just kind of knew that the Most High was leading us in that way.
Yeah.
So that's how it happened. That's how it happened.
Yeah.
So all praises to the Most High. It was a healthy delivery. Um,
No complications. Didn't need no doctors. No, you the delivery doctor of two of your children.
Yeah, exactly. Like you did awesome. It's not and
Thank
at
you.
that point I knew, man, this is natural. Like if you really seeking the ancient path, this is something. If you don't have any kids but you want kids, and you come into Africa and you want to do this,
Yeah.
you probably gonna have to do this.
Yeah.
Like you really gonna have to do this natural.
You
No,
don't have to,
no.
but
What's the
you
thing?
should. You should give yourself the opportunity.
What's the thing in the back that you be getting?
Epidural.
Yeah, no epidural.
No epidural with a
And
home birth.
yeah, she did awesome. Like it
Thank
was crazy.
you.
Like it's just all natural. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. Yeah, I told her right after the baby come out, I'm like, "Dad, you want to have another one like tomorrow?" Because it's that feeling. It's that feeling when
Yeah.
it happens and you see your baby in your hands.
That you deliver, and it's
Yeah,
just your family. There's no annoying racist doctor,
exactly.
nobody
Like
in your ear yelling.
it was just amazing to see, to feel, to understand. Like this is what the Most High attended. Hey, Jazz, put ice in there. Oh, okay. Thank you. Um, yeah, the Most High is amazing. I'm telling you, like that's life right there.
Yeah.
That's life. That's a
Life.
yeah.
Something you never forget. Oh, you about to tear up.
Yeah.
Aw. And that wasn't
Yeah.
it either. You got to do it again. We got to experience it again.
Yeah.
When we moved to Tonga, Tanzania.
The same thing. So
same thing.
I want to say at that time we were amongst a lot of people.
Oh,
So
too many
just
people.
the title. What's the title of the video again?
Chosen ones have to be alone.
Yeah. So even coming from America, I know the Most High kind of put us in a place where it was just our family, and
Right,
then
right,
because
right.
that's how we are. We're just amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
Um, then we get to Africa, and we got a community behind us. Every Sabbath, everybody would come, and
Yeah.
we like it was a lot that we never that wasn't our life. Like
That was not our life.
that was not our.
It
So
absolutely
it was
wasn't.
like, dang, we came out. like here, and everybody knows us. Like everywhere we go, everybody,
It was like
you know.
opposites.
I mean, it's nothing wrong with it, but I don't think the Most High attended that for us. So at that time, there was a lot of people around. So we moved to
Tonga, Tanzania.
yeah, so Tonga, Tanzania, um, and he was kind of separating us too,
Hmm.
just to be by ourselves.
Yeah, again, that same, hey, I'm drawing you to be by yourself. Another thing I was thinking about having people at the birth. He's saying, no, I don't, I'm not vibing with any of them.
I'm just saying, I just knew the Most High was saying
He's
like,
like, no, I don't
no,
really
we
like
did it
any of
before.
them.
I think everything's gonna be good. Like
Hmm.
like he called us out here to separate us, so we're good. We just gotta prepare for it. You know, we did this 4 other times. You did it once natural already,
Hmm.
so you man, yeah, she's strong. Man, I'm telling you that
Thank
because
you.
birth, ooh, man, I can't even imagine that pain. But
Yeah, that was different because with Zakaria,
yeah,
I
go
didn't
ahead.
have the same problem. So I went the whole pregnancy. I'm good. I'm climbing up the mountains. We going up the mountains. We going down the mountains. We doing this. We
Right,
doing that. I'm
she
on a
tried.
motorcycle. I'm doing this. I'm doing
Look,
that.
we riding up the mountain on a motorcycle and
Yep.
stuff in the rain and stuff and sprinkling.
Yeah.
Ah,
You gotta stay
I'm like,
healthy.
babe, look,
I
I
like to
don't
be
think
active.
you can't go on the mountain no more. I trust myself, but I
No
know
more.
that'd be crazy.
Yeah, that would be horrible. So yeah.
That'd be something else.
Yeah, the month 6 mark, I'm cooling it down, chilling, just getting ready because at month 6, you're getting pretty big. You're getting a little bigger. You starting to get super tired again, just like the first trimester and all that stuff. Now, y'all had went to a soccer game, football in Tanzania, and I'm
Mm.
just like sitting, relaxing. This is when I'm 8 months pregnant. I'm 32 weeks. I remember this. I'm home alone. I'm just relaxing. And then like I start having contractions and I'm like, this isn't good. But I'm like, okay, it's probably just Braxton Hicks because you get Braxton Hicks contractions, which are like false labor, which happens all the time. But these, I timed them, they went on for 3 hours. By the 2 hour mark, I'm like, okay, this don't feel right. And so then since nobody's home, I'm just like, well, since nobody's home, I can just start singing hallelujah and call out to the most high. Look, that's my degree is in calling out to the most high. I got a full degree and I'm gonna call out to the most high and he's gonna answer me, and that's gonna be my help right now. Because the contractions, they're getting painful. And I've been through labor. I'm like, this feeling a little bit too real right now. I'm drinking watermelon or I'm eating watermelon, drinking water, but they still keep coming. I know how to play guitar. So I'm playing guitar and I'm singing hallelujah. So I'm doing this for like maybe 15 minutes and the contractions begin to subside. So I tell you about it. I call you. I'm like, I think you need to come back because this is a little weird. So the next day, or maybe the day after we go to the doctor, was it the next day?
Mm, I don't remember.
I think it may have been the
I know
day
we was there a
after.
couple of times.
We went to the doctor and I'm telling him about what happened. He's like the only OBGYN in town because we live in a small town in Tanzania at that point. And he's like, yeah, the baby's head is all the way down. There actually is a little bit of an opening. You're going to want to sit back and be on bed rest. If this gets any worse, I am going to put you on some type of hormone. Actually, he did put me on.
Yeah, to slow down the baby. Or I don't know. You know, it's funny.
Yeah, he gave me hormones. I believe it was progesterone to slow down the labor because it was trying to start at 32 weeks. Now, if you know about pregnancy, you know at 32 weeks, the baby needs to stay there because they need to work out that whole situation with their lungs so that they'll be able to breathe. The baby can be born at month 7 at like 29 weeks. But once you hit 32 and you're in that month 8 mark, the lungs may not be sufficient. And he's just saying this to us both in the room. He's saying that he's looking very serious, that same serious look I remember from the other time, except now I'm 8 months. And he's saying, you need to be on bed rest. Don't get up. I'm going to give you these hormones. We do not want this baby to come because we will not have the capabilities to take care of it.
Yeah, and
This
then
is what he says, because we're in
the
a small town now.
the closest big town is Dar es Salaam, which
Woo.
is what 6 hours away.
6 hours was the
Yeah.
closest big town Aga Khan hospital we were used to. So hearing that is like, man, Most High, I know you want us to testify, but like, woo, child, that's a lot of testifying. But you know, you
Yeah.
can look back and be happy about it now. But when you're going through that, it's like,
Yeah, for me, I'm like, oh,
that's
again,
overwhelming.
we got okay, yep, let's do it.
Wow,
Let's
you were
do it.
ready.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm like deep breathing. Like, okay.
yeah. I mean, look, when you did it, you know what you have to do.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what it is.
And it, like you said,
Okay.
it's the same thing. I'm on bed rest. I'm chilling, taking it easy. I'm shutting everybody and everything out. And this is why we say it's so important for you to be alone, because even though you may not be pregnant right now, you may not be carrying a child, but you may be trying to bring forth the Most High's vision for your legacy and for your life. And when you have breaches and hedges open with the wrong people, with too many spirits, with people that are unknowingly tied to familiar spirits, then you have all this chaos in your atmosphere. And when you're dealing with something as delicate, oh, I did have that. I have to share that dream because that's part of the testimony. That's crazy. It just came to my remembrance. When you're dealing with something as delicate as bringing life into the world and saving the next generation, all of these things the Most High is trying to pull through your bloodline, you have to get in separation and just be with him face to face. And it doesn't matter if you come off rude. It doesn't matter who doesn't like it. Block folks out your space, because this is the time when you're in labor where you have to bring forth the promise of Yah.
Yes.
And that's it. That's it. It's not debatable. That's it.
Yeah.
You want to take it up with somebody, take it up with the Most High to his face. And most people aren't willing to do that. So, you know, or if you're wise, you wouldn't do that. And so,
something came to you.
Yes, because before I found out I was pregnant, I had this dream, and I remember telling you about it when we were walking through a neighborhood one night in Tonga. And in the dream, we are walking through a wilderness. There's a path in front of us. Our old dog Zeke is in the dream as like protection, and I'm pregnant in the dream. And so this old man comes to the right side of us, and he's like, "Oh, I can deliver the baby." But something the Most High spoke to us and told us, "No, keep going on the path. Don't trust him. Keep going. You have to walk this path alone." And that's literally the manifestation of it. This is before I found out I was pregnant. I'm thinking this is like symbolic. I'm like, baby number 5. Like, I don't think so. Like, I'm not planning on that. It must be symbolic of something else. But it's literally the Most High warning us beforehand, months beforehand, this is going to be a walk that you have to go alone. And it's already ordained by me. You're going to go through this process alone, the both of you, and it's going to come out and it's going to be to my glory. Because that's what it's about. That's the part where it's like nobody can take that glory from him, because nobody got into those secret spots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you really gotta find your secret place. And I know in Tanzania, it's kind of difficult because they say like home birth is
Illegal.
yeah, illegal.
Mm-hmm.
So of course we had to go to the hospital and stuff, but we kind of knew what we was doing, because you have to get your paperwork so you can get the birth certificate and stuff.
Yep.
You still have to go to the hospital. You know, you just say, man, the baby came too quick or something, and we just had to have it at home. But yeah, we was preparing that.
Yep. Yeah, the Most High is good, because man.
Yeah, because I think it was like a week before that you thought Zakaria was coming.
Yeah, man, that labor, she was playing with me.
I filled the pool up. I'm like, oh, the baby might come today, so
yeah,
I'm getting everybody ready. I'm telling our dada, like, look, the baby's coming. I gotta fill the pool up, this and that. Then like a week later, I had to, or not a week later, but I had to dump it out because the baby didn't come. And then the day of, I'm like, you sure? You positive?
I'm like, I don't know at this rate. I'll just tell you straight up, I don't know. With this pregnancy, I don't know what's what. But the coolest thing that I'll remember forever about this labor was obviously you delivering Zakaria, but our house help, our nanny, our dada in Swahili, she actually perceived in the spirit, and she does not speak English great, guys. I'm in the pool laboring, and I think she can tell there's a shift in the atmosphere to where something's off with the labor. because this wasn't like Gianna. With Gianna, it was like I knew the water broke. That's it. Push one push, she was out. Zakaria is like it feels a little different. It's either her shoulder was caught on my bone, like I'm having to get in position, and the pain is excruciating.
Yeah.
Like I'm rocking back and forth. I'm shifted. Like
no, he's about to hop out the pool.
I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I did not know what to do.
I had to kind of like hold her down.
About to run around like somebody help me, please.
It's like take me to the hospital, please. I'm like, babe, I want to say the wrong thing because I'm telling you, look, in those moments you gotta you right, everything you right, right? And then one time I was like, it's okay, babe, come on. You know, I'm trying to support her. Come on, it's okay, everything's good. You're like, babe, shut up. Damn.
Because I'm trying to think. I'm like, why does this feel like this? Why is this different than Gianna? I'm like trying to figure this out in my head. And our nanny, she begins praying in Swahili, and the atmosphere completely shifts. She does not step in the room. 5 minutes. Yeah, she does not step in the room to like say anything or like, you know, whatever people think they should do. She immediately goes into prayer in Swahili, and everything shifts. Zakaria is birthed literally seconds later after that prayer.
Yeah.
And that's when it was like, man, having the right people on your team.
Yeah, because time we didn't have nobody besides our children with us up.
Yeah.
You know, so they were up. They were crying because they didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And really the first birth, all our children was asleep, and then Josiah, he woke up.
Yeah.
And walked in the room like, what's going on?
It seemed a little more calm to me, Zakaria, because when that pain, when she was stuck like that, because your body's trying to push her out harder and harder, so that contractions are increasing more than it was before. So it's like, oh man.
Yeah. So that time we did it all by ourselves. It's me and the wife, or the wife and I. And then our dada was there, like literally the next room. Everybody's there just trying to wondering like, dang, the kids like, Mom, please, what's going on? Like, I look in there, they crying and stuff. Jeremiah, he's helping me with the hot water and stuff, bringing the hot water in and everything. But I say those last 5 minutes, that was different. I'm like,
that was intense.
Like, dang, okay. Now you got to think like if the baby come out and umbilical cord or something,
right?
You know, so I'm thinking like, man, okay, but everything worked out.
So it really did. Like
all praises to the Most High.
That prayer, man, it's the difference between having the right and wrong people on your team.
Yeah.
So in being alone and in taking your journey alone, watch out for those one or two right people, and that's all you need. You don't need nothing else than that. Mm-hmm. You don't need nobody else except the real worshipers. The real worshipers who got rank in the spirit. Obviously, someone has rank in the spirit when they can pray and stuff happens instantly. Mm-hmm. When they can pray and lay hands over you, and that's it. They don't have to do a whole run around 50 million Bible studies, jump through 39 loops, and then see you on the next 29 feast days. Is the people that actually have the authority of Yahusha. Because if you look and study Yahusha when he's on earth, he's not going through all these hoops to heal people. He's not going through all these hoops to get people to see his authority. He's touching them, and that's it. Mm-hmm. Some instances, he's saying your faith has made you whole. Go in peace. And it's that instant. That's it.
Yeah.
And so seeing that manifestation of the Spirit of the Most High like that, and that testimony, man, look, our family, her family, we family for life.
Yeah.
For life.
Yeah.
And that gives you that confidence to know the Most High is with you. Like, wow, we just really came to this country and really just trusted the Most High, trusted him through these processes that we didn't know nothing about. And he exceeded everything that we could have even asked for, because we didn't have goals of getting pregnant. Mm-mm. We didn't have goals of that. But it's like when he commands the increase, that's it.
Yeah, it's a gift. So all praise to the Most High. I was trying to think about something else too, like our business. Wake up, Jacob. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll let you.
Yeah, that's it. That's like the main testimony. So when you see the boldness and the confidence and the strength of the consistency, because a lot of people sometimes comment, they're like, "Wow, they're so consistent," or like, "Wow, you really seem to know, like, how do you do this?" And it's like going through testimonies. What and Revelation says, it says that you will overcome the devil by the word, the commands of the Most High, and the testimony of the saints. Not just the word alone, not just knowledge and pride. Pride, not at all. The testimony, you gotta have a testimony, multiple testimonies.
And everybody does. Like I know,
Everybody does.
really. Just say just a couple weeks ago we went to a zoo or safari type zoo, um, and at the end of the day she asked me like, um, "What's your favorite part of the day?"
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I think like it was all a good day. Everybody enjoyed. Um, I'm like, really like waking up. Like I think that's my favorite part of each day. It's just
Yeah.
waking up. So that's just a testimony in itself right there.
Yeah.
So if you don't think that you got a testimony, that's proof right there. If you're awake right now, that's a testimony
Yeah. For real.
to know that the Most High is real and give Him praise for that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Because you
yeah,
can't wake yourself up.
exactly.
That's real. That's true. Literally everybody has a testimony, and it's like we always see this in Psalms and the minor prophets and the major prophets. Even in Yahusha's coming, he's always reverting back to Egypt and saying, "Remember what I did for you in the wilderness." Like, don't forget this, because this right here is your strength. If you glorify me and you testify of me, that's going to be your strength. And I'm never going to leave you and I'm never going to forsake you. And in fact, when people turn against you, I'm going to magnify you even more. According to Psalms 23, your head would be anointed with oil and your cup would runneth over in the presence of your enemies. Right? Woo, hallelujah. That's hallelujah. The Most High's scriptures. They are real. They are to be believed. They are to be acted out. And if you feel like your testimony isn't good enough, just thank him. Like don't be that person that has this like jealousy. Don't do that. Just thank him.
Really?
Be grateful for what he brought you through. Mm-hmm. And share it. Don't be ashamed of the gospel. Don't be ashamed of the gospel. Don't be ashamed of the testimony. Because if you are afraid to share the goodness that he's done for you, then guess what? Now, when you want something, and when you're on judgment day, and when you want salvation, and when you want him to answer you, then he's going to turn his head. That's what the scripture says. Don't be ashamed. Glorify him.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
But yeah, those are big testimonies right there. I mean, we did a lot in Tanzania.
Yeah, we did beautiful things in Tanzania, illustrating Wake Up Jacob. Those illustrations were just so beautiful for our children's book that you did. Had a book launch, put it in bookstores, got to pass it out to villagers.
On Amazon.
Yeah.
For a couple of weeks.
Yeah. So it was just number like, one book on Amazon.
And then so I'll let you talk about Wake Up Jacob since you wrote it.
Yeah, I wrote Wake Up Jacob in 20. Oh man, it was when I first came into the truth. Because when I came into the truth of the Bible,
explain what's Wake Up Jacob.
Because when I came into the truth of the Bible, I realized I'm looking for books for my children. I'm like, there's no books on identity. There's no books on who they are. There's nothing. And so I'm like, okay, well, why don't I just write the book? I write the book.
Hold on. Make sure you like the video, family, if you're in the chat. If you're enjoying our testimonies, if you have a testimony, let us know in the chat. Let us know in the comments. So give us a like if you are enjoying our testimony and stories.
Yeah.
Shalom.
Yeah, definitely share your testimony. Don't look, somebody gonna get some freedom from it. Share it in the comments. So I'm like, okay, let me write the book. This is back in 2017, right? 2017, 2016, 2016. Did Wake Up Jacob come before the book on grief or after?
Oh, it was before.
It was before. It was 2016. My dad passed away in 2018, and I wrote a book on grief.
Okay.
Yeah, I wrote the book.
Dang, make me.
Look, y'all, I'm a writer. So, one thing about me, whatever I do, wherever I am in the world, you going to know that I'm going to write, and I'm going to write about the Most High, and I'm going to write about this, I'm going to write about that, I'm going to write about everything. And so I write the book, Wake Up Jacob. We land in Tanzania, and you begin illustrating the book in 2021. Because at this point, I'm like, we don't really know. We're young in 2017. I'm like, I don't really know publishers. We didn't have this channel at that point. We like, who am I gonna give the book to? The book is just on the laptop. And so yeah, the book was just sitting there till 2021. Mm-hmm. You illustrate the book. We're in Dar es Salaam. We have the Journey With Us channel at this time. We know a lot of different people in the community. And so we do the book launch. You illustrate. What was the process like illustrating it?
I don't know. It's fun. Or it was kind of challenging because like the way I draw is like more of like looking at stuff and draw it, or looking at someone and draw it.
Okay.
So I had to use my imagination, especially like for children. It's like, dang, I'm thinking about it too much. It just got to be simple. It don't have to be no extra, no 3D, 2D, whatever. Look, just draw it. Just draw it.
Yeah.
So of course it took time for me to get that mindset. This is for children. Just do it.
Yep.
So after I got over that, I did it, colored it. We went to the publisher.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was cool. He put it on.
That was fun.
He put it on the laptop. He said, "Oh, you guys already done."
Yeah,
like, yeah. I thought we were supposed to do this.
Yeah.
He's like, "No, usually people just come and I have to do this, and that, and really, this is the book here. I type it in and put it in the thing, and it's done."
Yep.
So something happened though before the book launch.
Yeah.
The book launch. So at this time we had a little car. We had to drive all the way through traffic, like 2 hours away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It was like 2 hours away. The book launch is maybe like in an hour. Gosh. So I'm like, dang, we're not gonna make it. We're trying to
our own book launch.
So they're telling me, yeah, it's here. I looked at the book, everything's good. I'm like, okay, let's go. People in front of me, they got to sign people because, and at this time they were saying usually we do not do this small of an order.
Yeah.
But I mean the order wasn't small to us.
No, it was a big order. They said they don't do small orders. You can only get it at this rate.
Yeah. So we at least had to buy what was it like?
We bought 500 copies.
But they gave us like 200 extra.
Oh, they did give us 200 like, extra.
They usually do bigger orders than that.
Right. They did give us 200 extra.
So it was like, oh, hallelujah. So we got the books. Favor. We headed back, and then it was traffic, Dar es Salaam traffic, something else.
So I don't miss that traffic.
Especially if you're driving in Dar es Salaam, you got to be bold like the drivers, or you're going to be left behind. You're going to be sitting in one spot. So as soon as traffic moves, you got to move. But I was doing that because I'm in a rush to try to get back because everybody's like, dang, we're here, everybody's here, but you guys are not here. I'm like, oh man. And at this time we had the kids was in school and stuff. We had to pick them up.
Yeah.
Lucky for, Dominique, she was there helping
out. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Dominique.
So at this time, I'm rushing back, and then a bujaji came and took our bumper off.
Took it off.
Took it. He hit us and took the bumper off.
Yeah.
So I got out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I do not need this. Like I'm in a rush. So obviously I'm feeling some type of way. Like, man,
irritated.
What the heck is wrong? So I had to stop. I'm like, man, you know what? It's okay.
Oh gosh.
And this at this point, it's a good thing that we're in Africa because everybody's coming up.
Yeah.
Saying like he's wrong, he shouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
And helping me. They was like, oh, it's a little thing. Let me go get a screw or something. And they fixed it real quick. And
within
like,
15 minutes.
Yeah, like 15 minutes done. So I'm like, okay. I had to pay the people that helped. The bujaji, he like, he hit us and took the bumper off. Took it off. He hit us and took the bumper off. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. I had to pay the people that helped. The bujaji, he like, he hit us and took the bumper off. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. I had to pay the people that helped. And the bujaji, he like oh, I'm so sorry, I don't have money. I don't, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give you money, bro. Just be safe, be blessed and stuff. Just, in those situations, the way that I was feeling, of course, I could have charged him money, but I decided to bless him.
Right.
So I'm telling you, you got to bless people in the times where it's like that, because that's what the Most High want to see.
Yeah.
Like that's just you adjust real quick, because somebody just hit our car, right?
Yep.
And it's like, man, like we gotta get somewhere, and we're an hour away, and man, but I just still was thankful. Like everything was okay, nobody was hurt or anything like that.
Yeah.
So here you go. You be blessed. You be blessed. They was looking at me like, who the hell? Who's this? Why does dude just do that? Why he just give him money when he was wrong?
Oh gosh.
I'm like, no
It's a
stress.
spirit
So,
thing.
yeah. So
It's a
we get there.
spiritual thing.
Everybody's there. As well after that, because I had to leave to go get the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, this is our real life. These are real life stories,
yeah,
testimonies. Because you'll experience delays in life, you'll experience different things, but the main thing is to stay on the Most High's word, stay on
yeah.
that foundation.
Stay humble, no matter what
Right.
happens.
Ooh, humility will take you a long way.
You gotta stay humble.
The meek shall inherit the earth.
I'm saying, because that's what I learned right there in that situation. Like I could have been mad. I could have been like heated, and I had all the right to, because the guy just came out of nowhere and hit us.
And usually men will they'll be too, or at least American men, they'll be so hot headed and just
Yeah.
like just calm down.
So
Everything's okay.
that's another thing that helped me, like coming to Africa, moving to Africa. That helped me when situations like that come, when I'm feeling that type of way, like, nah, man, like I just stop for a second and think, like, it's really not worth it.
Yeah.
Like if you really follow the Most High, and you say that you are His child, you you don't have to. It's definitely a righteous anger, though. You got to think about Yahusha when he came in the temple and he flipped over tables. He was like flipping over a table. So I can understand that righteous anger, but he did that for a good reason.
Right. They're doing their little pop up shop on the Sabbath,
Yeah, but
making the temple a den of thieves.
exactly. But little situations that we go through that get us hot and stuff, we got to work on, and it's always a process. It's always a process. It's always a process. Like really. So that's that's something that Africa helps me with, because in America, if something like that happened, and I'm like, oh man, what the heck, the other person gonna come right back with the same
Oh,
energy, and then
it's
it's gonna
gonna
be
be
something
bad.
else.
It's gonna be bad.
So it's like, we're here in a place where that's not happening. So it's like I can kind of just like step back for a second and check myself and be like, okay, you don't need to take it to that level, because the next person, besides all that other, yeah, I got another story too.
This one's funny.
But you don't need to take it to that level unless you really, really have to.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, guys. So make sure you like the video. But another one, like a similar situation,
Mm-hmm.
was when we was taking Uber to one of the cafes. Well, this is when we first came to Africa. First came
Probably
to,
for 30 days. Huh?
yeah, the first 30 days. So we were getting used to taking Ubers and going to a shopping center and stuff with a playground. Um, and at this time, I'm starting to get used to the African way, um, and like the Ubers and the games they play and stuff. So so the Uber came, and he what happened?
We get in the car. The vibe is already off because I pick up spirits and vibes, and so I'm just like, just take a deep breath because. So we get in the car, and he's like, "What he no?"
I
He said
think he like canceled.
100,000.
No, I think he canceled.
He canceled first.
Yeah, because
Maybe so.
we told him that we was going to there, and he said, "Oh, could you pay cash?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, just cancel the order." and then I'll pay you cash the
Yeah.
amount. So I showed them the amount that's on Uber and stuff, and I canceled it. He took us there, dropped us off and stuff. I'm getting out, and because I gave him a little bit over too. I think it was like maybe like 7, 8 thousand, and I gave him 10,000, and he was upset. He wanted to get more, and I'm like, no, this is good
An
for you, bro.
outrageous, like crazy rate that was never, because
Yeah.
Uber tells you how much it'll be. He wanted like 5 times that.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, we do this all the time. This is more than enough. This is more than what you should be getting. Um, so at this time, we're close to the manager at the coffee shop.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a blessing right there. So always be nice to people.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm about. So everybody got out, and I'm about to get out because I'm still trying to
Oh
negotiate with the
yeah,
guy.
dang.
And I'm like, bro, you want the money or not? Like you don't. I just take it and keep it. Do you want this or not? Because that's the negotiation. I'm like, do you want it or not?
Take it
So
or
he's like, no, I
no.
want more. And I'm like, all right, well, I put it back in my pocket, and he grabbed my arm. Like I'm getting out the car, and he grabbed my arm. So I'm like, bro, get off me, please. You don't want to do this. Look, I'm still fresh from America. Don't do this to you.
You don't want to do this.
So I'm like, I just snatched my arm real hard. He kind of like come like when I snatched my arm, he jerked himself too.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure
Because you're
he's
pretty
upset.
strong in like
Yeah, I'm like, bro, like you
sports,
tripping.
wrestling, football, track. Yeah.
You doing too much. So I'm
Mhm.
getting to I get to the cafe, and he's following me. So I'm like, bro, I try to give you money, you didn't want it. I'm not gonna pay you,
He's following me.
right? So I'm like, babe, this guy tripping, and she like, babe, just calm down,
I'm
calm
just
down.
because
And
you're hot. You're like, and it takes a lot to get you hot, but you're like, because I know if you lay hands on somebody, it's not going to go well.
yeah, because
And
I'm
we
not
don't need those
I don't.
problems.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't like to do that unless I really have
Yeah.
to. But yeah, so he's following me, tapping me, and I'm like, bro, don't touch me. Do not touch me. So the manager come out, hey, is everything okay? And I'm trying to explain to the manager. The guy talking to him in Swahili. So I explained it to him. I'm like, yeah. So this was the deal. The Uber we canceled, and I was gonna give him cash,
Take
but he didn't want.
screenshots. We do all that. We keep
We
records.
he didn't want to take the cash, and he wanted more. So I told him, do you want this cash, or I'm not gonna give you nothing. So the manager trying to talk to him and stuff, um, and luckily everything calmed down. So uh,
Yeah, because
I
at
came
first
to him.
he'd like do something like he was like,
Yeah, he was like,
y'all's
I'm like,
about square. I'm
okay.
like,
I'm
oh
like,
my
babe,
goodness.
I'm like, take my back.
I'm like,
about to
no,
put-
let's just go drink some
Yeah.
coffee.
I look, but the manager, everything calmed down, and then um, I gave him an extra 10,000 because at this point, the money still is new to us. And
Hmm.
we split like every time you go to Africa, you're gonna spend a little.
You're gonna
more
spend
money.
more than you need to
Yeah.
because you don't know. You're not
So-
used to it yet.
So all that, I calmed down. I was like, you know what, man, he probably really need the money. If he's really fighting for this money, he probably need it. So I told the manager, and I gave the extra 10,000 to him, which is like an extra
$4.
Yeah, $4 or $5. Um, so I told him like, bro, come give me a hug. So give me a hug. So I gave him a hug. I'm like, you got, calm down a little bit. Like, here you go.
You need
Yeah,
to
here you
calm
go.
down.
And he was very thankful. I thought, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. And I'm like, yeah.
That's
So-
the African way though. That's how African people are. Like you're not gonna find them killing each other. Like they may get angry and then they're gonna be cool like the next, they're gonna be fine
Yeah.
later.
But with those situations, you still have to calm down and understand. You gotta kind of put yourself in other people's shoes because we come from America. They probably struggle. Like they probably don't make that in a day. So I know that was going in my head. So I'm like, man, he's really needing this money. So he probably really need it. So I'm gonna just bless him. So yeah, you really gotta humble yourself. Humble yourself.
You encounter
be
those
good.
situations, and back it all
And the Most
goes
High
back.
he gonna bless you 7 times.
Right.
So
Yeah, 7 times for what the adversary is trying to take. And it's like, back to the title, the chosen being alone, like when you are really called out and chosen to walk this walk in these nations, to walk as the forefathers did, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and to have this discernment and this wisdom and this understanding and this knowledge, like this practical knowledge of how people walked in biblical times, you are going to have to get in a space where you're alone and you're understanding for yourself what's going on to see what's happening, because it's such a spiritual, beautiful journey. So hopefully you guys enjoyed those testimonies. You know, as you are, as the chosen, as the elect of the Most High, get in the secret place, understand what's what. I pray a spirit of discernment comes over you right now in Yahusha's name, that you would be able to understand the things that are around you, the people, the places, the objects, the everything that's around you, because all of that stuff matters.
it really
Hopefully y'all
does.
enjoy. Yeah.
And it's a process though, like with everything, it's a process.
Yeah.
So you have to practice.
Yeah.
Like, you know what they say, practice make perfect.
Yeah.
So if you're weak at something, you have to keep practicing. You got to be consistent, and
Yeah.
then eventually you would know, like you would just feel it and be like, okay, calm down. Even like us dealing with um what immigration,
Yeah.
those feelings came up, but I knew I already felt it. I'm like, okay, I don't want to get to this level, so I'm gonna use my knowledge and power and boldness of the Most High against this guy.
Have him fight your battles
Exactly. So everything worked out. So it's like situations like that before
and have
everything
favor
happened,
on
and
top
then
of it.
get to immigration and deal with that. But you know how to move around it and show the Most High's power. I'm telling
Man,
you, because it was just practice. Everything that happened, it was practice.
man, y'all better, yeah, sit down right now, go read Psalms 54. We're in that this morning, and it's like, it'll just bless your whole life. Like, his authority and his power is real. But sometimes it's difficult to understand it because it's not a church doctrine, it's not a popular teaching. People don't usually preach on authority the way it should be taught. People don't preach on deliverance the way it should be taught. And so, if you don't have nobody around you that really knows how to bring that authority into fruition, you can do it. You can do all things through Yahusha who strengthens you. All you got to do is go and bow down to the Most High and ask him for it, and he's happy to give it. He's like, oh, absolutely. Since you believe that I have the power, yeah, let me give you some.
Mm-hmm. Like really, let me bless. Let me just increase the fruit for you.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
mind
that's what it
blowing.
is.
It's really mind blowing. So when y'all see this boldness, this confidence, this channel, all the things, know that it comes through trials and tribulations and testimony, because we overcome by the testimony of Yahusha and keeping his commands. But it's
Mm-hmm.
both. It's the commands and the testimony to testify, because faith without works is dead. You can't have one without the other.
Yeah, and you gotta work. You got to.
Yeah, you have
And you
to.
gotta have faith. Like
Yeah,
you really
have to
do.
have faith.
If you got faith, you gotta step into it. So that's why we always say, if the Most High is calling you here, you gotta come here and walk it. You gotta work it. You
Yep.
gotta work your faith.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get to the secret space under the shadow of the Almighty. Get my little baby.
I know. What else?
Yeah, that's it for that. Now, there were some people in the comments saying, how'd you do that? Talking to you, because I think it was like a husband who has a wife. Y'all, my husband, you encouraged me after giving birth, and I think it was even like that part when I was on bed rest, to write a book about the journey, to testify of it in details, to give knowledge and wisdom and understanding to the women and also to the husbands, if you guys have the goal of home birthing and delivering your child, because that's available to all of us as children of the Most High. FYI, it was supposed to be like that from the garden: be fruitful and multiply. Check out the links in the description, because we do have an ebook on it to help you out.
Yeah. And you just dropped it today, right?
Yeah, it took a lot. It was a lot of
You
warfare
thought
to
you
get it
thought.
out. I mean, we've been trying to get it out for so long, and it's like this technology issue, then it's this issue, then it's that issue, then it's this, then it's that. But everything happens at the appointed time. And today has been the appointed time to testify.
Exactly. exactly. And you can't. You just got to be patient because the Most High's time is always the right time. I'll tell
That's
you that.
true.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Even with are we still going? Because
Yeah.
everything's like
Yeah,
popping
you're
up in my
good.
head. So we just gonna be testifying. um, but yeah, even with what finding land, because that's everybody's goal. When you come here to Africa, you want land, you want to build,
Hmm.
you want to be sustainable and stuff. um, so even with land, so we found land that didn't work out because I think it was just too much going on. And that's something to learn too. Like you have to listen to the Most High no matter what. If
What do you mean it didn't work out?
we got the
The
land,
first land
yeah, the first land,
with the group?
yeah,
Oh, well, this goes back to the title. Okay,
yeah,
at first you
yeah.
confused me.
Go ahead, I'll let you explain. I know you can explain it better.
So
But not saying too
which
much.
one are you talking about? Ghana or Tanzania?
Both.
Woo, community. Okay, that's a lot. Oh gosh, that's a rabbit hole. Okay, so just put it like this. Communal land buying, groups and groups of people that you never met in your life that you wouldn't ordinarily know,
Yeah,
and just
this
like,
was in Ghana,
hey,
right?
yeah, it's not a good idea, especially with people. And this is something we've learned now, especially with people that say something like, oh, I don't speak to my children. Oh, I divorced my two wives. Oh, these are red flags that we didn't know about. We're
Yeah.
just going into it like, la, 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 Ghana land.
Yeah, he said, man, everything is right, babe. Ooh. And usually I don't be talking to people for
Yeah.
an hour and a half on the phone.
Dang, I forgot that.
That got me.
Wow.
I'm like, man, yeah, let's do it,
Ooh,
do it, do it.
he was
That got
good.
me.
Oh
But
man.
yeah, we did everything. We got our TIN number and everything
In Ghana.
in Ghana.
Yeah.
So we thought we wanted to get land with this community and everything.
Oh my gosh.
But the Most High led us to Tanzania.
Thank the Most High.
So that was the process. We understood the process.
Ooh,
And we understood the feeling too.
dodged a
Whenever,
bullet.
yeah, we understood the people around that was close to us, and um, they was feeling the same thing.
Yeah.
So when we came to Tanzania and we got land, it was similar.
The
We kind of
reason
knew.
before that, the reason we dodged a bullet is because this man had some kind of schizophrenia, super anger, where he's throwing his girlfriend around,
Mm.
and the people in the community recorded it. And it's like, can you imagine living on a plot of land in Ghana, and this man is throwing women around, and you just sitting there like, oh, child, that was crazy. Now this is Ghana. Tanzania, I mean, it's similar. You just staying out of too many communal things because you just don't really know people.
You have to
Everybody
hold
says
it.
they want to go to Africa. Everybody says they want to do land, do this, do that. But when you don't know people till 2 to 3 years of knowing them. That's when you really know them. That's when you really know, is this someone that I can be steadfast with? When they're just in it for the first 6 months, first year, they're putting on a mask.
Hmm.
They're putting on the mask, and then that mask comes off, and it's like, oh, I don't think this is going to work out. And that's what it is with those type of situations. So that's when we decided. Then we finally, man, the mountainside. That's when we finally found the most beautiful piece of land, building the cabin, having properties, in multiple countries. And so
Yeah,
that's when it worked out, when we really decided to be alone.
yeah. We decided we was gonna do this by ourselves.
Yeah.
So we got the mountain view land. We went up there, Tabernacles.
Man,
I
I
got some
love it.
connections. I asked, hey, any land up here, blah blah blah. So next couple weeks, we was looking at land
Man,
like up the mountain on the side of the mountain, guys. Like this,
beautiful.
like you on the side of a mountain walking.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, at
The
first it
oldest
was
mountain
scary, but
range in
now,
East Africa.
yeah, but now you like, yeah,
Most High,
used to it.
man, he's like
But yeah, we started
mind blowing.
building our cabin and stuff. So hallelujah for that. Everything
Yeah.
was working out. We was blessing the people in the village. They was blessing us, and that's something that you got to be humble
Yeah.
because um we used to go to like a restaurant on a mountaintop,
Oh, oh my
and
gosh, I miss that food.
and I remember this one time I was there alone and I had to get back home, and I'm like, you know what? I probably got like an extra 30 minutes. I'm gonna go up there and get something to eat real quick, and then come back down. So I'm telling my partner, like, yeah, I'm about to go do this, and he's like, why? Why? Tanzanians, they like, no, he just made some sweet potatoes.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
just made sweet potatoes.
You have to come
Come
in
in,
and
come
eat.
in, come in and eat. And I'm like, nah, I really want this food, bro. No, I'm about to just go and no.
You have
He's
to
like,
be
no,
humble.
look, this is free. This is free. You gonna go and spend money, and I'm like, all right, let me try it out. So I tried it out. It was good, and I'm like, man, he had a whole thing. They in there eat like they be eating fast. So I'm trying to keep up. I'm like, I'm full already. I'm like, man, I can't
They're
believe they
eating fast.
eating all this, and I'm like over here breathing hard, like, man, I'm trying to fit in, but you just gotta humble yourself. Because if I was like, no, I'm too good for that, I'm gonna go up there and go
Mm,
to the restaurant and spend my money
right.
and yeah.
Yeah.
So little things like that where it's the relationship,
Yeah.
because I can really go back there
Yeah.
and do the same thing
Yeah.
because I did it once.
Yeah.
Now he's like, man, he is all right. He is cool. He's not no person that he thinks that he's better than me. Da, da, da. I can literally go there by myself and talk to the guy, meet the guy, and he will let me sleep in there. He will let me eat in there. He'll be like, "You're welcome."
Strategic connections.
Yeah. So it's the connections that you really um, have here in Africa that's gonna thrive and strive in the future.
Yeah, even for your children's children, man, I just love that specific area. I cannot wait to go back there. That's like my favorite area on earth, to be honest. And yeah, that's a beautiful testimony. And it was just the realization, because we didn't even plan on sharing that story, but it was the realization of once you do it alone, because it's like the Most High, when He called Abraham out, He's calling him out. Lot and him had already separated at this
Yeah,
time.
he
Yes, they're
wasn't.
family.
Of course, he's gonna bless what he does, but he said to Abraham,
Yeah. That singleness, that oneness, that steadfastness. That's not to say that you can't talk to people or whatever. But in these last days, child, these last days where it says that the love of many will wax cold, don't think it a strange thing when you
mm-hmm,
see that in real time. Just praise the Most High and keep going. Because you got work to do. If you're a chosen and elect one, you got work to do.
mm-hmm,
He's raising you up to be the Josephs and the Daniels.
yep. And
He,
it's seasons for that too. That's what I'm starting to notice too.
yeah,
So it's not always gonna be like that.
yeah,
It's not always gonna be like that. Some seasons you might have a lot of people around. Some seasons the Most High needs to separate you
yep,
and really set you apart. So
yeah,
um, yeah, the seasons are important. You got to pay attention to the seasons and
right.
understand, because really since we've been here in Africa, even with just like finances,
Yeah, same thing. Seasons,
each year is like an
business
elevation.
seasons.
The first year, what was it? Our car got froze.
Card, yeah,
Our
yeah,
car got froze, so it was like
yeah,
3,000 just sitting there. Luckily, you know, check out our course
yeah.
Journey of
That's a
Africa,
testimony too. That's yeah. I almost
because
forgot
we
that.
always advise people to get different cards. Don't
Yeah,
just have one card. So the card's frozen, um, and it was like 3 months,
yeah,
three
yeah.
months with this card. And
Thank
this,
the Most High for
yeah,
wisdom.
this is one of our main cards.
Yeah,
So we like, dang, how like this is crazy. Like that's $3,000 just
sitting there,
gone.
not
But
gone, sitting
yeah,
there.
but we thought at the time it was like, dang,
I knew it
what's gonna
wasn't gone.
happen?
It's like you're not about to lose my money. So I look,
Yeah,
you're not about to do me like that. So I reported them to the Better Business Bureau.
yeah.
I'm about my records, y'all. I'm a true writer, true
I'm telling
record
you.
keeper. I don't
What, the
play.
next day?
I don't play. Yeah,
The next
24
day,
hours after.
we like, oh man, hallelujah. And then at that time, we was like really down, I think, because the baby shower and
No,
everything.
I think we had wanted to put the children in school for the first time.
No, I remember the baby shower. Um, and then the owner wanted to sell the greenhouse.
It was already done at that time
Because
because it froze in February.
yeah,
I know
like
that
3 months.
March, April, May. So that's when we were putting them in school.
Yeah, but I remember that it was at a time, I think it was the Shabbat,
Okay.
and then because I had brothers over,
Okay.
because we was outside talking,
Okay.
and somebody pulled up, and I'm like, dang, I was about to tell like it all, because I'm like, dang, this is crazy, like man, this is
It was
Shabbat.
before that.
No, I'm letting you. No.
You're saying it was frozen March,
'cause we
April,
was
May,
like, I'm
June,
telling you,
July.
no, because we moved in May, we moved in
We
June.
moved in May.
Yeah, we moved.
We
in
didn't
June.
move in May. Hold on, you talking about the greenhouse?
Yes.
We moved out of there in May.
No, we was looking, but at that time,
We moved out of there in
or
August.
maybe I'm thinking about the grant. 'Cause
Yeah,
we
you
was,
thinking about
so
leave that one for that's
what?
discretion.
But that's a testimony, because
It is a testimony.
we had to move houses, um, and we didn't have what we pretty much needed, so we was waiting on money, um,
And
the
overseas
owner,
money be like just waiting.
yeah, the owner that we was moving to. No, it was the last house. We kept looking at houses,
The
looking at
last
houses, looking at houses.
okay,
And
okay.
then
We didn't
our
like
driver,
yeah.
said, "Hey, I know this guy. Do you want to go see the house?" I'm like, "Yeah, let me check it out." It was brand new.
Yeah,
it was just very
it was
dusty.
nice.
Like nobody really stayed there.
Yeah.
So it was 5 bedroom.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, I want this. So he was like, yeah, we're gonna have to do 1.8.
Yeah.
And 6 months at a time.
$800.
Yeah, something like that. And I'm like, man, I really can't do that.
We didn't want that for our budget because when we moved to Tanzania, we were set on that million shilling $430 budget for a 4-bed, 5-bedroom house.
So, and at this time, man, all praises that we was in that time, 2021.
Okay.
Because prices, I know, is up now.
Oh, yeah. That's not realistic now.
Man, look at this house. Look at our old house. It was 5 bedrooms, big old yard, everything. Well, 8 really. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we got this for $1 million, and we did 3 months at a time.
You're an expert negotiator.
So I'm showing the owner, talking to the owner. I'm like, yeah, I can do, $1 million and 3 months at a time. That's really my turn. And at the time we have to move out.
Yeah.
The next 2 days.
Yeah, it was getting down to it.
So we like, dang, if this not it, I don't know what we gonna do.
We'd have to go with the other one because we had already signed the lease for the other one. We had already signed the lease for that one.
Yeah, so we found one, but it wasn't like we just had to do it. It wasn't something that we really wanted.
Yeah, it wasn't like that when we saw it the 11th hour. The Most High is a yacht, really. The 11th hour.
Really, I'm telling you,
man.
And then the next morning, he said, "Yeah, you can move in. He's out of town now. He's gonna come in town. Just pay him what you got." And
right,
we were short money because we was waiting.
Yeah. For that. Yeah, we were waiting on payments from overseas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I meet the guy. He got a gun on his hip.
I forgot. Oh my gosh, I forgot that.
He got a gun on his hip.
You remembering everything today?
I'm like, I'm not scared of guns because we had guns in the States.
Yeah, everybody got a gun in the States.
Damn, okay. What kind of gun is that? Look at my gun. Yeah, I had this. And this is what?
On your phone, you're showing him this.
Yeah, on my phone. On my phone. I'm showing pictures on my phone. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
And he's like, I'm security for the president.
So it was like,
oh, okay.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, like, yeah, I'll pray, But at the same, if somebody say that to me, I know people think like, oh wow, like scared. I'm not scared. I'm bold with that.
I thought it was cool. I was like, I'm like, cool. Okay, nice.
That's a connection.
That's a good connection.
Yeah. But yeah, because he was a big guy too. This guy, he was big. He got power, so he was used to telling people what to do. And one day he was he was like insulting me.
What did you say?
He was saying, because the water was flooding and the leaves would go to a certain drain,
The
and
leaves.
then the leaves was piled up, so that it was
Okay.
leaking down in somebody else's roof or something.
Oh, because he had, yeah, the way he built that
Yeah,
was
so
like
he was trying to insult me and stuff. Da, da, da. Oh, you come on! I thought you were smart. Da, da. I'm like, bruh, chill out. You're not about to talk to
rude,
me
just rude.
crazy. I don't care if you got a gun on you. I'm not these Tanzanians. You're not gonna talk to me like that.
The
So
struggle.
yeah. But that was a testimony in itself right there because it was like last minute.
Yeah.
We was waiting on money, everything worked out, and yeah, that was it.
Yeah, your overseas finances, y'all, is no joke. Take our advice. Have your multiple accounts.
Yeah.
Use wisdom. Use your business account, your personal, your this, your that, your all your different accounts. Just be, if you don't plan on going back to America, because we ain't plan on going back, we still don't plan on going back. So use strategy. You gotta strategize.
Exactly.
That those man are these testimonies. It brings back so much nostalgia of this journey in Africa.
Mhm.
Like, wow, this has been so fun.
Yeah, and then the last house, but really all our houses are testimony.
Yeah, I think just everyone. Well, don't do this one till this. You gotta save this one.
Save it. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
you gotta save it.
These for the people that don't know. This is Texas monies.
You're talking about this
No, in Tonga.
Tonga. Oh, I thought you were talking about this place.
Yeah, no. Tonga.
Okay, Tonga. We're still in Tanzania. Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
I skipped ahead.
yeah.
Y'all skipped right. I'm excited. We gonna save that for a different day.
Yeah. So this house, we saw this big old house, the biggest, like the nicest, biggest house that we seen.
Mm-hmm.
And
In
for
Tanzania.
the price was like what? Fully furnished.
Yeah,
Nice
fully
refrigerator,
furnished.
stove, like nice furniture, sheets, and like everything. So we the first day was crazy because the guy that
What?
was helping us, he was a little.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That was insane.
So
that could throw you off.
Yeah.
People acting wickedness will throw you off because as the righteous you have to bind it up and rebuke it.
I'm telling you,
and you be mad that
you gotta be humble too, because if I wasn't humble, remember when he stepped out and he's like, "Oh, your daughter."
That man was out of his mind.
Yeah.
Somebody's tried. I'm sorry, y'all. Some of these folks are out. I'm not getting. Y'all gonna get me started.
Yeah.
Not today.
But we held on because we kept seeing houses that we did not need to see. Like, this is not what we're looking for. We wanted something. So he called somebody, and we went to the house. We met the nephew of the owner.
They don't even look alike, which is hilarious.
Yeah. We met the nephew of the owner that was looking after the house and stuff. He told us the price and stuff, and he said usually we do like Airbnb. We usually be like booked out and stuff, but if you want to rent it,
oh yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
okay. So I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. So we saw it the first day, and I'm like, we already set up more houses too.
And none of them were it. Those houses were depleted.
Exactly. And then
decapitated.
The guy that was showing us the house went back to the house that we saw.
The first day.
Yeah, the first day. And we was like, well, we already, I mean, I didn't say nothing because we already saw it, but he's excited to show us and stuff.
I'm excited to be back in it. I'm like, yeah.
I'm like, she around. She pretty much, because we had people with us too. You was showing the people like, yeah, this look. And I'm talking to the guy like, yeah, bro, to be honest, we already saw this. You know, I already talked to the guy. He's like, oh, well, dang, well, okay, you just, he's the guy to talk to, not the person that was with us. So
okay, yeah,
I had like a one up on him already.
Okay.
But yeah, that house was beautiful. And at that time we was waiting on money too.
Yeah.
But it was a level up.
Living overseas be like you just gotta wait sometimes.
It was a level up. Even Ponglet, when we had to
patience. It'll teach you.
Yeah.
Africa is a journey of patience and trust because things here, not only on the ground does it take so much longer, but even like having your finances and stuff all of that stuff just gets super delayed. And so it will really test your patience. It will test your humility. Being out in the wilderness will test you. You will be tried, refined as in the fire of affliction. Okay? You will come out more patient, more humble, more loving, more unified, more discerning, more peaceful, more abundant, more blessed, more fruitful, more anointed. Look, you get the whole package on this journey.
Really,
You get the whole package.
really. Telling you, even our last house in Pongwe, we found the owner was out of town. Um, so we found a house. The guy was cool. He was cool. I felt bad for not
I don't know who you're
getting
talking
the house.
about.
Remember by the school? It was a school right in front of the house. Yeah,
Oh,
somebody stayed in the back too, but they were out of the country.
the school. Yeah. Oh, that was cute. That was
Yeah,
cute
that
because it was by a
a nice
school. That was
house.
cute.
It had big rooms, so he liked that, and each room had a bathroom and stuff. He's like, yeah, this is nice. I can see us here. It was good.
Hmm.
Then,
Small town still. This is
yeah,
still the
small
small
town
town.
in Tonga, but it's a different type of village.
Because was most of our time in Tanzania spent in the small time, or is about 50-50?
50-50, yeah.
50-50.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so we was like, yeah, we assigned, tomorrow. He was excited. We agreed to 3 months. We agreed to price and everything. Um, but one of my part one of my local people, somebody,
Welcome to members only, Thomas R. Welcome, welcome, welcome,
yes,
welcome. Journey behind the
definitely,
scenes.
we
Welcome,
definitely gonna
welcome.
get some videos, some truth videos like we are doing here,
Yep,
testimonies, um, in our day in the life and stuff.
yep.
But um, yeah, one of my local friends, he helped me with another house, and he said, "Hey, this house is very nice. It has 3 bedrooms inside, 2 bedrooms outside. The outside is pretty much like a whole other house." So we
Hmm.
like, yes, that's cool. And he said, "Oh," and then the price was great. It was like
Yeah,
less than $300.
yeah.
It was like, yes,
Furnished.
it was furnished. It was all furnished and stuff.
But I
Um,
could see the mountains. You know, I got a thing for the
yeah,
mountains ever since my mountain experiences. I'm like, put me by the mountainside, please.
and at this time, it was closer to where we used to go. Like it chopped off like 30 minutes the time to go to the mountain.
Oh, yeah,
So we
yeah,
at first
yeah,
we wanted to get a house closer to where we was building,
yeah.
and that was probably like the closest we could. So
Right,
that was a
right.
blessing, and it was last minute.
It's always look.
It's
That's just
always
our
last minute.
testimony, our life. It's the last,
I'm telling you,
the 11th hour.
people always like you're like, man, you sure? I'm like, yeah. I mean, everything gonna work out. I know. And then it always works out.
And it exceeds your biggest, hopes and dreams. It's like, wow, the Most High is beautiful.
Yeah. So just gotta hold on that 11th hour.
Yeah,
Everything's gonna be good. You really gotta have the faith. And you gotta just be humble and patient and know everything's gonna be good.
be still and know. Only believe.
Oh,
Only
my mic is
believe.
out.
Oh no, it's off. Mine's on. Can y'all hear us?
Yeah. This needs charge, so it's
Yours
probably
is
out.
off. You want
It's
mine?
on and off. I'll hold it because you be yeah.
Yeah, they can still hear me. It's the struggle. Let me know if you can hear us. Man, it would be during the testimony video.
Yeah, but for us, it's always like last minute, and the Most High exceeds our blessing, like every time.
Every time, like we don't even like when we go to the Most High, we be like, Father, just do the bare minimum to just help us. We be trying to be all humble. And something the Most High showed me recently was your little humility is actually showing you your lack of faith in me. He told me that a few weeks ago. I'm like, I had to breathe on that one, just deep breathe, because it was like, yeah, like if I say I trust you, if I say I believe you, why am I asking you for the bare minimum? Why am I asking for just let me just get a little like imagine one of our children coming in and saying, Mom, Dad, can I just have a fourth of a quarter of bread?
Yeah, can I
You
have
gonna
a
look at
piece
the
of
child,
rice? Just white
right?
rice.
You gonna like You in my house. You eat the best of the table.
Yeah.
You're my child. You get, and if earthly parents know how to do this, how much more does our heavenly Father?
Exactly. Exactly.
That's all I got to say. That's look, that was it for me. That right there, that message, because beautiful.
Yeah. And I got another one too. Look, because I be really out here. Like everywhere I be really out here. But
You be in these African
yeah.
places. I
But
was about to say street.
I remember we was dealing with immigration, and we had to, this was at the time where the kids was going back to the other school. We had to drive maybe like 20
Okay.
minutes 20
Okay.
minutes back and forth. I mean, it wasn't bad because it was the last couple of weeks of school for them.
Yeah.
So I remember I was dealing with immigration all day, um, and we didn't have, or we only had like 60,000, right? So I'm trying to
On you
rush.
in cash.
Yeah, on me in cash. We couldn't. That was it because
This
we was
is day
waiting.
one.
It was just I don't know the
Oh, no,
day,
it's
but
just
I just
day one.
remember the situation.
Okay.
So I know that I had to get back to give you food,
Okay.
and go get the kids.
Okay.
So I'm rushing back. Police stopped me. I'm like, dang, like I don't got no money. Like I know I don't got no money to give because usually I just know what it is. So usually, you got to pay the police something,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
um, if you don't have the right type of paperwork. Because I knew that I didn't have insurance because the insurance stopped
Oh.
like
Okay.
a month or two before that
Okay.
from the previous owner of the car.
Oh. Okay.
So he's like, man, he's like, man, I'm gonna have to tow your car because you can't, you don't got no money, you don't got this and that, this and that. So I'm like, man, remember I called him like, I got stopped by the police. I'm right here in Pongway, but he's talking about towing the car. He's talking about this and that. This is all the money that we have until we get this other payment.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm like, man, everything about to work out. So I'm telling the police I gotta pick up my children, this and that. Everything's gonna be good. Um, just another day. I promise I'm a good person. I'm a good person. I'll pay you another day. Just please, just I gotta go get my child. I gotta drop this off to my wife. After
Okay. I remember now. I think
that was the time we was moving because that was the
that
last
was November
load.
1st, right?
That was the last load I had to get from the other house, and then I had to go get the kids and clean the house, and then yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So he's seeing me move all our stuff. So he's like looking like, man, where you going and stuff. I'm like, we just moved here. Um,
Where are you going?
yeah. So that was like, I told the officer, hey, I don't have no money, but I knew that we just paid rent. We did everything. That's
Mhm.
why. Remember, we got the house for 2 months,
Mhm.
and then we said we would pay the rest because we was yeah.
Mhm.
Um, so I'm telling the officer, yeah, I have no money, but another day I can pay you. I can pay. I promise. I promise. I promise. But talking to people that don't know you, it's like, they just need their money.
Mhm.
So I'm like, man, babe, it's crazy. You never. No, so he let me go, and he said, yeah, when you come back, I said, I'm gonna pay you when I get back, when I go get my children, and then I'm gonna come back and pay you.
Okay.
But I knew I couldn't. But he let me go
Oh.
anyway because I
Okay.
knew he's waiting on money. So I'm like, just another day, another day. Um, so I get home, and although I was like very humble in that situation, because a lot of stuff happened like this too. Once we separate, it be Hasatan trying to get one of us, or
Division.
yeah, division, something. But if you stay strong, especially like a married couple, you stay strong. Because I know this happened to us a couple times. I'll go
Yeah, that
out,
happens a
I'm
lot.
I'm dealing with something, and then I get back
Yeah.
home. So I get back home, and she's like, "Look, this client just paid." And I'm like, oh man, hallelujah. Like, babe, I'm telling you, I was about to get the car towed. I couldn't go get
That's
the
funny.
children, this and that. I'm like, man, ooh. So
Yeah.
we good, like, okay, because this was all I had. This is all I had. And I would have to give it to him because, like, in situations like that,
They ask you, you
I
gotta give
I
it to
tell
them.
him, like, this is all I have. I know this is what you need, but just let me keep this little bit or something. That's the situation that we was in. And I get home, just because I was bold and stood strong on the Most High's word, because I was like, I wasn't worried. I knew everything was gonna work out, and everything worked. I get home, and she said, "Yeah, we just got paid from this client," and I'm like, "Wow,
It's always
man,
like that.
it's right on time, right on time."
And it's that unity in the spirit as well that you were talking about as a married couple. I'm glad you brought that up, because if the wife, either the wife or the husband, either one, they cannot discern the spirit, it opens up breaches and hedges to where different spirits can come in. And this is why it says in Proverbs 6:16 that the Most High hates abominations like bringing division amongst the brethren. Okay, he hates people that go up and down the street lying, bearing false witness, accusations, all of these things. Because if you're not sensitive to the spirit and you let the wrong people in your ear, you, whether husband or wife, it doesn't matter which one, if you, just like Eve in the garden, if you let the wrong people in your ear and you let these things go on for too long, you're going to be distracted. And so this is why, and this is even written in the book as well, like women, because I'm talking to women here because I'm a woman, stay focused on, don't worry about what them folks saying out there, don't worry about them accusations, don't worry about none of that. Let the Most High handle it face to face, because when you are in his presence and you're worshiping him while you're waiting, oh, that blessing gonna come down quick, because he's a keeper of his word. Quick. If you're not complaining, don't be up and down in the streets gossiping, complaining, and then you mask and say, oh, it's not really gossip, I'm just trying to check on someone. That's gossip. Don't let the devil lie to you. So don't be like that. Don't be a talebearer. It says that. Don't bear a tale and then mask it and lie to yourself and say, well, I'm just sincerely worried. Well, if you were so worried, why didn't you pray and do some warfare prayers? You see how that works? And so you can discern these spirits very quickly if you use some understanding and wisdom. And that's why it's so important for women, just be in your household, work from home, be that Proverbs 31 woman. You can work from home, have your children, homeschool. You can do it all, because that's what the Proverbs 31 woman did. If you study that scripture, she's sitting there. It says she can go out and buy a plot of land. Do you know how much wisdom and understanding it takes to buy a plot of land on your own and negotiation skills? This is a very articulate woman that the Most High is speaking about through King Solomon in Proverbs 31, in which he's talking to his mom, and his mom was a super wise and an influential woman, Bathsheba, and she's telling him, my son, look, I'm going to teach you how to find the right woman so that she's an asset to your life, an asset to your kingdom. That's it. Just be at home worshiping. Don't be out in these streets fooling with these folks. Don't matter if they say they're in the truth or not, because the fruits bear witness. So if you stay minding your business, you stay at home, you're going to reap the rewards of following that command and not being in the streets gossiping. Because the thing is, what, sow into your children, sow into worshiping the Most High, and just live a peaceful, meek life. Just be quiet. Just chill. Mind your business.
Every house is like that. Even when we used Bagamoya, we was in Bagamoya.
Bagamoya.
That was the last, like, we didn't see the house. He just said,
Bagamoya?
yeah.
We didn't live in Bagamoya.
For
the car.
Yeah. And we was about to go to another Airbnb. And then the guy said, hit me up, yeah, there's some place here. It's ready for you. Come on.
In Bagamoya?
No, in Barcelona.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that completely. My memory is a little.
We had to. I was picking up data.
Mm-hmm.
We had to move all the rest of our stuff
because we were moving from Tonga to Dar es Salaam.
Yeah.
In preparation to leave Tanzania.
Yeah. And then I picked y'all up. Remember 2 cars, and we didn't see the house.
But you said the house. I don't remember seeing any houses.
Didn't see the compound, put it like that. That we was staying there for 2 months before we left.
The last day.
Yeah, the last day.
I think. I don't remember all the way.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, it's always like that last minute.
Yeah, it is.
The guy he hit. Yeah, this is the house. Showed you pictures.
Yeah, I do remember that part. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Everything worked out. We was like, dang, we can't come back. Dude, oh yeah, that's how
Yep. Yeah, it's a beautiful journey, Stay meek, stay humble, be the elect, be the chosen. And you have scriptural references for what we're talking about as well, plus the testimonies. But you see King David, if you study his life, and it's such a beautiful thing, even though he's the king, he literally goes in private to speak to the Most High all the time. He's crying out. He's saying, my son's trying to kill me. This Benjamite's trying to kill me. This person's doing this. And if you're someone that's not used to writers, used to creativity, used to worshipers, you would say, oh my gosh, that's so dramatic. That's so, oh my gosh, why is he always crying out like that? But the Most High calls this man his beloved and promises that the Messiah will come from his throne. He's always testifying of the Most High, always crying out in worship, and he's spending time alone as the king. Even though he's over the kingdom, there's periods of time where he knows he has to go speak to the Most High for himself. He knows he has to be to himself. Same with Yahusha, where he's getting tested up in the mountain. Moses as well, it's the same thing when he receives the 10 commands, but Yahusha getting tested up in the mountain, talking to the adversary. And it's like, it's a battle that you have to face alone to rebuke the adversary so that you can come down to the anointed time and to the appointed time with that fresh oil running down. Now you can begin your journey as the chosen because you've been basically girded for the battle. It's a prerequisite of the anointing. It's a prerequisite of being chosen. It's not, always being around, being in community, jumping up, being out in the streets, doing this. That's for the nations. That's not for us. We're supposed to be about our Father's business, be about raising our children, being about minding our business. If you're not minding your business, I don't know what to tell you. But solutions come when you mind your business. That's what we found. It works well in our life, at least. The Most High's principles work very well in our life. So we're going to stick with it.
But it kind of, each year he kind of draws us out to separate.
He does, like massively. Each year he does draw us out to separate on a new level. Because being here it's just so amazing. And it's like we've been rewarded for that separation. Because it's like having that decision. Do you do what everyone else is doing, or do you go in the direction he's telling specifically you to go and trust that you're hearing from him? Because when you're making that decision, you're like, am I hearing right? Like, are my ears like, are our ears good? Like, talking to each other. But then he rewards it and blesses it and increases it abundantly to show you I'm with you. You don't got to worry. I'm with you because you're following my voice and you're being led by me. Therefore, no evil can come by your dwelling. No plague can come near you. Nothing can touch you because I'm going before you as a fire by night and a smoke by day. So y'all walk in that as the chosen. Be that. Walk in that in day-to-day life everywhere you go, whether you're in America, whether you're outside of America, wherever you are on earth. Walk in that anointing and authority. Don't be afraid. It's time that our people have the power that the ancients had, that Yahusha had, that Elijah had, that Moses had. These are powerful people of the Most High. Powerful. What do you think, G?
What, you gotta say anything?
You're not gonna say anything? No.
I think that's all.
Yeah, I think that's it. That was long. Those were good testimonies.
We got more too, though.
Yeah, we have too many, but it's a good thing. You can look back on the testimonies and just laugh and thank the Most High. Like, I thank you that you haven't given me over to the desire of my enemies. Exactly. By this, I know that you love me. Yep. But yeah, y'all, that's it for this video. Check out the links in the description. Is that a song? Nah, nah. Shalom, shalom, fam. Be blessed. Stay in oneness of spirit. Stay steadfast. Get to the secret place and you will. Gee, you done put my head wrap all crazy. Get to the secret place and you will reap the rewards of the heavenlies.
Who is that?
Asade.
Oh, okay.
You said, who is that? You funny. You guys are welcome. Shalom, shalom.
Yeah, shalom, guys. Always seek peace. Always strive for the Most High's word to be in you and you in it. So you gotta walk it. You gotta walk it. Can't talk it. It's time for our people to just elevate and be abundant in His love, His joy, His peace. Sound mind. Everything is about to shift. So just be prepared and just continue to share your testimony. If you don't feel like you got a testimony, look, you watching this, you woke up today, so you just give Him praise. So all praises to the Most High Yahuwah in Yahusha's name. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Shalom, guys.
Shalom.